Good morning, everybody. You join us for a pretty pivotal moment. The guys are about to drop that enormous rock from the balcony onto the courtyard so that they can use it to build with. It is a perfect illustration of just how challenging this build is. Not only are we fairly remote here in northern Portugal, but also access to this side of the house is near on impossible. So they're having to come up with pretty ingenious ways of getting stuff across the build site to this side of the house. Oh, it's about to go any second now.
So the plan for this concrete foundation that we're putting in right now is to build a stone wall up to the balcony there, and then of course on top of that we're going to have a nice iron railings across the top. So it'll be stone up and then probably terracotta on the floors there. We'll have those big stone arches coming across the front and then some sort of an iron balustrade or an iron railings across there. I'd quite like it to be very delicate and very fancy. I'm not sure what Tara's ideas on that are, but one of the things I really want from this project is to have that strength and that heaviness of stone, of course cuddly stone as we've talked about before, but also a lot of really delicate, very beautiful, soft features. So well, we'll see how they go together and how it all works out, but hopefully it will be really beautiful. So that's what they're doing with this foundation here right now. Crusoe's come along, he's going to help them just dig it a little bit more. I would imagine at the rate that they're going, it's only going to take a couple of hours to fill that trench. I'm going to have the job done. Marcus, of course, up on the roof.
There's a push and there's a pull. There's a new moon and then it's full. The tide will rise and rise until it falls. And there's a rhythm to it all. There's a you and there's a me. There's a pattern in the chaos, a current in the sea. And there are times I wish I had a mountain top to see the rhythm of it all. Every spring leads to a fall. There's a heart in every home. The young will always wish that they were older. And there's a rhythm to it all.
There we go. We dropped a rock. I don't know why that scared me, but it did.
Yeah, it's a big rock.
It's a really big rock. Anyway, it's probably going to take them as long to get the stones this side of the build as it is for them to get them into place. Now, what you need to know is that the front of this house is all stone up until the first floor. So they've got to get enough stone to build with to take us all the way to the top. We do have two big windows. No, sliding door and a window, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think it's a slight, so we do have a sliding door there and a window, so there's, there's gaps, but it's a fair bit of stone that needs to be brought over to this side of the house Not to mention, we're going to then move to the front of the house where they're going to build those beautiful big stone arches on the covered veranda. And all of that needs to be brought round too.
Yeah, what's really, really cool about this is the ingenious way that they're getting the big stones from one side of the build to the other side of the build. In my mind, I'm trying to work out whether it would be easier if we take the gate out, knock down the gate posts and just allow a truck to come down here and kind of lift them into, drop them into location right here. I'm not sure if that's possible with such a big heavy lorry, but
it's not a bad idea though, love. If you did it with like Mario's little truck, it would certainly be a lot quicker than one stone at a time. Maybe we should tell them that it's a possibility.
Let's go and talk to Marcus and Adam about it and see whether there's a possibility of doing that.
You wouldn't even need to take the gate posts off if you used Mario's little truck.
I think we can ask anyway. Let's use Google Translate for this one, I think.
Yeah.
Adam. What have I got here? Hang on.
Se retirarmos os postes do portão, poderíamos conduzir caminhão com pedras lá dentro. Seria mais fácil.
We just take these out and then auto aqui, pedra.
Sim.
Tá bom?
Melhor, sim.
Melhor. Shall we do it?
Yeah.
Let's do it. Tá bom? Let's do it.
Sim, sim. Okay.
Sim.
Obrigada.
Okay, it's time to get rid of the gates. Let's do it. Do you know what? I've been wanting to do this for a long time because the ultimate goal is not to have gates here anymore.
Well, can I just correct you there? It'll be to have a small pedestrian gate.
Yes, a little like kind of arched gate that's closed in with a stone wall above it so that we can still get out here. But I think now is the right time to be knocking that down, making it a bit easier for everybody to work, because otherwise lifting one rock at a time, it's taking 15-20 minutes per rock to get it over there. If we can just lift an entire truck, bring it down and dump it, then we're saving days worth of work, literally days worth of work. And these gate posts, well, what will we do with them? The one idea I've got is we pick these exact same gate posts and we move them and we put them at the top of the hill there. I think the gates are going to be too narrow for what we're looking for, so the gates might, I don't know, we might need to find another project for them, something to recycle them or build something out of them somewhere else. It would be a shame to get rid of them, but anyway, so gate posts coming down, let's just get on with that, see where we get to. WD-40 and a crowbar, I think.
A ideia é para mudarmos grua para ali, para aquele lado, para fazer o resto. Primeiro fazemos este lado e depois a grua vem tirada e coloca-se aqui neste lado.
Okay.
É para conseguir chegar a todo lado.
See, comprehend. So Joachim is saying, why don't we just move the crane from where it is and put it in front of the building here, the entire crane.
So it'll sit literally right in the front of our view, and then it'll be able to reach both sides really, really easily, and the guys won't have to do this. So I think over the next few days, they're going to move the crane.
Do you know what that will also mean if they move the crane? Instead of struggling to get rocks and big stones on top of each other to build the wall,
yeah,
you know, like we were when we were down in the
like having to roll up a
big plank
piece
of wood,
yeah.
They'll just be able to lift it and drop it gently into place.
Much better.
I think it'll speed up the process a lot.
What I don't understand is how they make the base for the crane in that location.
Yeah, and we've got Mario coming as well to make a staircase.
But the crane could then help Mario, because he won't be able to reach with his digger all the way to the top step.
That's right.
So the crane could actually help the step project as well.
But
I just don't know what they're going to do to the front of the house there to create a base for the crane. I just don't know how this is going to happen, but I never know how anything's going to happen in this place. I just watch it unfold.
Yeah.
So they're going to move the crane.
Ultimately,
right now, though, it's tea time.
The tea time, yeah. Ultimately, I got a huge amount of trust and
100%.
Belief in the boys, in the fellas that are working for us. So.
100%.
Yeah.
They'll do what's right. So, yeah, all good. You don't have to take a gate post down.
Shame. I'm in a hurry to get
I know
that.
you were excited. He was like, yes, I finally have a reason to take the gates off. Anyway, here we are. Good.
All right, before I get cracking with building an arch here for the guys to use for the stonework, thankfully I'm not in a Surfshark hat, and I want to say a quick thank you to today's sponsor, Surfshark. I'd be really interested to know how many of you are using a VPN, because we use Surfshark every single day. It keeps us safe when we're doing stuff on the internet by encrypting all of our data and information, meaning that no one can get hold of it, and it often helps us to find the best deals on flights.
Ladies and gentlemen, the captain has turned on the fasten seatbelt sign.
And hotels, as we can use it to change the location of our IP addresses, which also means we can watch our favourite TV shows from the UK while we're here in Portugal. My name's John.
And I'm Tara.
With just one subscription, we've connected all of our devices, making sure we're always covered. And honestly, if it's not already part of your world, then please download it using our unique link. You'll get 4 months extra for free, and there's a 30-day money-back guarantee, so there's absolutely no risk. Thanks, guys. Let's build an arch. So we do like this. Like that.
Radical.
See? Article. So madeira and then pedra. Primero madeira?
Madeira.
Sí. Ok, I make the madeira. Me.
Ok, mete madeira primeiro.
Madeira. Primeiro.
Tens que deixar mais largo.
Mais largo, sí.
Ali mais largo ali.
Okay, I build. So that's really great. You know. It's a dog's life.
It is a dog's life. It really is, especially this dog. Hey, Obes, you're ridiculous. But we love you. Do you want me to throw your ball? Want me to throw your ball? Go get it.
Obie's like, that's a chick throw, man.
I know, sorry. I got scared I might throw it off the mountain.
Yeah, that's something you need to worry about.
Now we can't find it.
Okay, it was far enough. All right, so that's really wonderful. I've sat down, I've drawn Marcus, who is the lead stonemason on site, a very rough sketch of a wooden framework of an archway. And he said, okay, go ahead and do it. We've got a couple of very rough lines drawn on the ground right here, ready for the framework to go into place. So all I'll do is I'll map out first of all the arch over the top. We'll put a couple of formations there, and we'll get something really cool built, ready for the stonework to go. What we don't want is for it to be too high, so that the stonework doesn't have enough room at the top. So probably something around about this high will be perfect. But we are using 100 kilo stones to cut this archway or make this archway. So what we're going to want to do is make a very, very solid structure here. I think it's almost, without stating the obvious, it's going to need to be fully 3D, you know, quite thick structure all the way over the top. So let's see what we can get built there. The wonderful thing is it's not a very big structure because the door isn't going to be huge. And if it works, maybe we'll use the same structure and build something over there too. Right, let's get some wood. All right, I got these pieces of wood left over from that kitchen that we had in the other house. When we took it to pieces, we saved as much wood and as much bits and pieces as we possibly could. So I kind of agreed with Marcus that we're going to make that 1 meter if we start working on the curve first of all. Oh, you found a ball. Okay. Oh, you're back. Sit. You going to give me the ball or not? No. Okay. You keep it. I'm happy with that. Let me just cut it. One. Ideally, we're going to want to have 2 of those, so it's like this, thick, all the way round, and then we'll put it on legs, and they'll have something to build up towards, up against, and then over the top of.
There's like that. It's quite a lot too short, isn't it? Hello, Obi again.
Yeah, you like standing on that, huh? That's great, is it? Yeah, great. You're gonna have to do the back bit a bit differently from the front bit. Straight line. Do you know what else I saw in there actually when I've just been in looking for wood? Is the windows that we had in the old house, the wooden windows. Mm-hmm. I remember you saying that you wanted those changed into the extension that we just built.
Yes, I would love that.
So maybe we can do that next.
Okay.
Another project. Hello, my dog. Can you get out of the way now so I can get on?
My love, can I just say that you are so patient with him?
Yeah. It's like having Crusoe and Sawyer around, isn't it? Right, off.
Obi,
out the way.
Come on.
Yes. Lovely. Right, out the way. Delighted, buddy. Do you want to... Okay, go away. Thank you. Love you. Bye.
Honestly, the ridiculous. No, Obi, dude, that is getting annoying. Come here. Obi, come. Obi, stop. Come, I'll throw it for you. Come here.
Off.
Obi.
Go away.
Come on. Honestly, dogs, children. What do they say about working with animals and children? Don't do it. Hey, stop.
Do you know
right, let me get rid of the ball. There you go. Go fish it.
Windows.
Windows, that's what I was going to talk about. So the reason we're changing them is, if you've been here a while, you remember when we were renovating that stone house and John built that extension, which is now our living room, we just put like a sheet of double glazed glass into the windows because it was cheap and it was quick and it was just easy, and we hadn't knocked the old house down yet, so we didn't have the open closed windows from that house to be able to put into it yet. However, that house got knocked down. And we, of course, saved our beautiful wooden windows, which were made by the same carpenter that made the windows and doors on this farm 25 years ago. So we've been storing them in the knock garage, and the plan is now to move those into the extension so that as the days, hopefully, one day, maybe, start warming up again, we'll be able to open the windows and get some through flow and fresh air into the extension.
So we don't have a piece of wood that's big enough for a straight back, so I'm going to make 2 pieces of wood into it.
Darling, you are his favourite. I know you don't want to admit it, but you are. It's always the person in the family who doesn't want to get the animal that the animal decides they love the most, right? Shame on you! Where's he gone?
He's going to be gone a little while now. We can agree on
look
that.
at him. He's so confused.
Yeah, good.
Oh no. Oh, Obi, way to go, buddy.
Go get your ball, Obi.
Are you feeling bad yet?
He's still looking.
Yes.
Is he still looking? I thought you said we bought a smart dog.
Shame, buddy. Couldn't you find it?
What's that? Sit. Shall I throw the ball?
I ain't taking my eyes off it this time. Happy?
Yeah, I think so. That's okay. So all of this wood here is leftover wood from other projects that we've been doing, which is pretty cool. What I'm going to want to do with this particular project right now is make sure it's absolutely the best I can do, because really it's the first part of involvement that I've had with the build. The fellas have seen me build other things around about them, but I've not really built very much for the house, and I really want that they look at this and they go, yeah, you know what, he's pretty useful.
You've built so much of this farm yourself.
Yeah,
it would be crazy if you didn't build some of the house, you know.
Yeah. So we'll have a really good go at building this well, so that when Daniel the carpenter, who's on site, looks at it, he doesn't think, oh my goodness, what's that guy doing?
Dog gave up on you after you played a trick on him.
I know, he said he's had enough, which is good. He's knackered, look over there. The ball has been thrown enough.
All right, I'm going to leave you to it, love. Just for a second, I want to go and get some broad beans for lunch. We're still collecting loads of broad beans, and actually there's a real glut of them at the moment, and I just haven't had time to go up there to go and pick them, so I thought I might go up now and see if I can get some for lunch. You know, it's interesting thinking about what John's saying, you know, about the need to get involved, or the desire to get involved with the build. This has been a 4-year journey on this property in Portugal, where we have been working our socks off ourselves, mainly John, you know, physically doing the work while I've been looking after the boys. And it's just been huge, but every single bit of it has had our hand in some way, shape or form. And it's just this big build that we haven't... Oh, sweet, hang on. The silkies are having a dust bath. Look at them. So cute. Anyway, it's just been, you know, an adjustment to letting the guys get on with the build and kind of entrusting it over to them completely. I don't know if it's an adjustment. I don't know what I'm trying to say. I think what I'm trying to say is that it's just... We're entering a phase now where we can actually get involved, you know. John can be doing things like he's doing today. And after that, he can be doing so much more, you know, going in once the walls are up, we can start really working on the inside of that house, which is going to be epic. And it's just going to be a really exciting shift for us in terms of what we do in our days, the purpose we have when we wake up in the morning. Oh, no! The slugs have literally eaten everything in here. I cannot tell you how devastating this is. Yesterday, this bed was absolutely beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Like, the leaves were big and luscious and healthy. And they've eaten everything. I have never had a problem with slugs, but I can tell you right now, I detest the things. I absolutely detest them. They've just eaten everything, and this year, because of all the rain, there are so many of them, and it's impossible. I don't know what to, like, they've just eaten everything. I'm so gutted. Like, I genuinely thought I could eat Swiss chard for lunch today. We had beautiful big leaves. Obi, leave the chickens, please. Right, moving on. I'm absolutely devastated by that. I'm sure if you're a gardener, you will know exactly how I feel and you will be commiserating with me. I'm so angry. Anyway, you know, I'm really happy to share with the wildlife around us. We've always maintained that we wanted to make a haven for us and the wildlife, but they don't have to eat everything. As I was saying, we are super excited to start work on the house ourselves and to get inside the house. So we're moving into an exciting chapter, and I know you guys are going to love it. For now, though, let me get some broad beans for lunch and try and focus on the vegetables that the slugs have not destroyed. Right, that will do us beautifully for lunch. I'm just going to fry them up in some garlic and ginger with a bit of olive oil, of course, and have them with some freshly baked sourdough. Living the dream, right? I think so. That looks amazing, though.
Well, okay, so I'm just putting this together as best I can, but what we want to do now is just have a quick look at the height.
Okay.
Make sure I've got the height right before I build any more.
Okay.
Where's that going to go? Yeah, good. Okay.
I'm absolutely furious.
Why is that?
Something's eaten all of my vegetables. I'm not joking, literally all of them.
Really? I walked up there this morning, I could see the beetroot had been nibbled.
Yeah, not nibbled. Love, yesterday they were like a foot high. I was going to go and pick some Swiss chard for lunch. It's all gone.
Is
gone.
it? Okay, it's not the chickens, is it?
No, I don't think it's the chickens.
Okay.
Could be the chickens, though.
Could be the chickens.
I think it's slugs. Anyway, I'm really angry.
Well, blame the slugs. Last few bits, I think, just to put into place now. I just want to make that front bit nice and flush so that when they put the stones in, they know what they've got to push up to. And then we can go and see whether we get a thumbs up from the boss. There we go.
I think it's impressive, love.
Thank you, darling. That's very kind.
Maybe we could use it for something else when they're finished.
It's good.
Happy?
Pretty pleased with it.
Should we take the dog for a walk?
Let's take the dog for a walk before he starts chewing on my brand new arch.
Yeah, exactly. Well done.
All right. Pretty exciting, folks. Taking the dog for a walk now. Obi's going for a walk because he's been bothering me all day for that walk, balls and all. As I was walking out, I just thought, gosh, it might rain again. I'll just go and tidy my tools away. And as I was tidying my tools away, Daniel, the on-site carpenter, came over and started chit-chatting to me. I didn't fully understand what he was saying. I got the Google Translate out, and Marcus and Adam are in the background bashing stone away. And after about 10 minutes of going backwards and forwards, I finally got it. And they start smiling, you know. After a couple of minutes, they start smiling and they're, you know, having a good old chin wag and blah, 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 like this. Anyway, it turns out what Daniel was saying is I've taken the outside of that arch, the offcut, and moved it into the not garage, into the area where we built that old stone wall with the table. It takes me in there, and there on the stone table is that offcut of the wood. And they're saying, okay, we've got it. What we're going to do now is start cutting stones to fit around that offcut. Brilliant, man. Those guys, not only I've taken the work that I've done seriously and thought it was good enough to be able to use as part of the build, but also there's kind of an acknowledgement there that, you know, well, anyway, you know what I mean. I'm chuffed. Good news. Right, this dog needs a walk. Come on, Obi.